Once again, this is Dr. Phil Fernandes, the president of the Institute of Biblical Defense, pastor of Trinity Bible Fellowship, and the professor of religion and apologetics at Veritas International University. This is the Phil Fernandes Show, and today we're going to try to answer the question, why alternative theories to the resurrection fail. Why alternative theories to the resurrection failed. Now, in the last episode, we gave some evidence, some core historical data, core historical facts that even liberal New Testament scholars have a hard time rejecting. So it's accepted by 97 to 99% of all New Testament scholars. The empty tomb, about 75% accept that. But you have death by crucifixion, the empty tomb, the transformed lives of Paul, James, Peter, and the apostles, women being the first witnesses, the earliest sermons preached the resurrection, the early creeds, the primary worship day changed from Saturday, from the Sabbath, to Sunday by Orthodox Jews, and the fact that men do not die for what they know to be a hoax. That's pretty established, okay? So when you look at the swoon theory fails because of the flow of blood and water from the side recorded in John chapter 19. John would not have known that 2,000 years later that would be established medical evidence that the body that had been pierced was a corpse. Jesus of Nazareth was dead before he came down from the cross. The Journal of the American Medical Association has written articles proving that in the late 1800s and the late 1900s as well. So the swoon theory fails. Jesus did not just pass out on the cross and then was revived in the tomb and somehow got out. It's just a wild view. What about the stolen body theory? Well, men do not die for what they know to be a hoax. These guys are willing to be beaten, to be flogged, to be stoned to death, to be crucified, to be fed to wild beasts. Men do not die for what they know to be a hoax, so they did not steal the body. The wrong tomb theory, if the ladies went to the wrong tomb and the apostles went to the wrong tomb, found it empty, the accounts in the scriptures are really clear. It wasn't the empty tomb alone that made them believe. They needed the empty tomb plus the post-resurrection appearances. So until they saw Jesus risen from the dead, they didn't believe. And so the wrong tomb theory doesn't explain the data. Then there's the hallucination theory. Well, maybe they hallucinated. Well, if they hallucinated, you still got the corpse in the tomb. So you'd have to combine the wrong tomb theory and the hallucination theory. But hallucinations occur inside somebody's mind. It would be like two people having an identical dream. It doesn't happen. Hallucinations occur inside the mind. No two people have the same hallucination. And Jesus of Nazareth appeared to groups. He appeared to the apostles, all the apostles, at least two different occasions. He appeared to several of the apostles on another occasion. He appeared to James, to Peter. As the one untimely born, he appeared to Paul. He appeared to the ladies. He appeared to over 500 people at one time. It doesn't fit with the hallucination theory. It's also easy to talk people out of hallucinations. People are not going to die for hallucinations. Navy SEALs, during their training, have been known to hallucinate because the training is so rigorous, but they can be easily talked out of their hallucinations. The funniest one I ever heard, the funniest alternative theory, is the twin brother theory, that Jesus had a twin brother, nobody knew about him. Guy got his PhD degree from, I believe, UCLA on this, writing on this. And the twin brother shows up right after Jesus dies 3 days later. The apostles thought it was Jesus. They started worshiping him, saying he's risen from the dead. This guy had a big ego. He soaked it up. After 40 days, he got tired of being worshipped and he just split. Well, that's pretty lame. That's pretty bogus. You see, when you do history, you look at the written documents, you look at the archaeological evidence, and then you try to arrive at the most reasonable view, or the most probable view. You don't accept something just because it's hypothetically or logically possible. It's logically possible that aliens created this planet 10 minutes ago and built into us memories. I mean, what's logically possible doesn't mean that it's historically probable. And when you study the evidence, you see that the minimal facts case for the resurrection of Jesus of Nazareth, that is the only adequate, historically adequate, probabilistic explanation for the data. All the alternative naturalistic, non-supernatural theories fail. Jesus of Nazareth did, in fact, rise from the dead. Thank you. God bless.